In the Days of the Comet is a science fiction novel by H.G.Wells in which humanity is exalted when a comet causes the nitrogen of the air, the old azote, to change out of itself and become a respirable gas, differing indeed from oxygen, but helping and sustaining its action, a bath of strength and healing for nerve and brain. The result, the great change has come for evermore. Happiness and beauty are our atmosphere. There is peace on earth and goodwill to all men. Plot summary. An unnamed narrator is the author of a prologue and an epilogue. In these short texts is depicted an encounter with a happy, active-looking old man, the protagonist and author of the first-person narrative, writing the story of his life immediately before and after the change. This narrative is divided into 3 books: Book 1, The Comet; Book 2, The Green Vapors; and Book 3, The New World. Book 1 recounts that William Ledford, third in the office staff of Rawdon's Pop Bank in Clayton, quits his job just as an economic recession caused by American dumping hits industrial Britain, and is unable to find another position. His emotional life is dominated by his attachment to Nettie Stewart, the daughter of the head gardener of the rich Mr. Verrall's widow, of a village called Chexhall Towers. Converted to socialism by his friend Parload, Ledford blames class-based injustice for the squalid living conditions in which he and his mother live. The date of the action is unspecified. When Nettie jilts Ledford for the son and heir of the Verrall family, Ledford buys a revolver, intending to kill them both and himself. As this plot matures, a comet with an unprecedented band in the green in its spectroscopy looms gradually larger in the sky, eventually becoming brighter than the moon. Just as Ledford is about to kill his rivals, the green comet enters the Earth's atmosphere and disintegrates, causing a soporific green fog. Book 2 opens with Ledford's awakening, in which he is acutely aware of the beauty in the world and his attitude toward others is one of generous fellow-feeling. The same effects occur in every human being, who accordingly reorganize human society. By chance, Ledford falls in with a cabinet minister and briefly becomes his secretary. Book 3 begins with an intense discussion by Verrall, Ledford, and Nettie about the future. Although Nettie wants to establish a ménage à trois, Ledford and Verrall reject the idea, and Ledford devotes himself to his mother until her death. Ledford marries Anna, who has been helping care for his mother, and they have a son, but soon thereafter Nettie contacts Ledford. In the epilogue, the 72-year-old Ledford reveals that he, Nettie, Verrall, and Anna were from then on very close. You understand, we were friends, helpers, personal lovers in a world of lovers. The author is troubled by my uneasy sense of profound moral differences. Characters. William Willie Ledford. At the beginning of the novel, William Ledford is an angry, confident young man with an intellectual bent. Looking back 50 years later, he calls himself ill-clothed, ill-fed, ill-housed, ill-educated and ill-trained. His age is unclear. He is described both as 21 years of age and 17 or 18. He is a member of the British working class and, like H.G.Wells, a believer in socialism. Ledford has been Nettie Stewart's sweetheart for more than 3 years. He works in a pot bank, has studied shorthand, and is a religious skeptic. He lives in lodgings with his timid, work-worn, but loving mother, widowed by a train accident, who believes in a quaint, old-fashioned narrow faith. Nettie Stewart. Nettie, the beautiful daughter of a gardener, has known William Ledford since they were children because the mothers were second cousins and old school fellows. Edward Verrall. The Verralls are a wealthy upper-class family. Mrs. Verrall is a widow. Edward Verrall is a gallant youngster, people said, and very clever. Young as he was, there was talk of Parliament for him. He had been a great success at the university. Parload, Ledford's only close friend, is a fellow clerk and socialist. But the pair quarrel and Ledford breaks off relations when Parload avers that socialism is only a theory, whereas science is something more. In later years, Parload becomes a great scientist whose work upon intersecting radiations has broadened the intellectual horizon of mankind forever.